You screamed. He came running after hearing her wife's voice as he rushed inside and looked for his wife, who just ran towards him and hugged him tightly. What happened, love? He asked in panic, and she pointed in the direction, still hugging him in fear. Over there. And he looked in that direction just to find nothing as he looked at you again and the fear on your face, which made him panic more. Tell me, love, what happened? What's there? You're scaring me. She broke the hug and looked at him as sweats covering her head. There is, in fear, and he cupped your face. There is what, baby? He asked softly. There is a lizard in washroom, and she quickly hugged him, and he blacked out for a second. There is what? He said. There is a lizard, please help me, she said, hugging him like her life depends on him. He finally processed and looked at her unbelievably that this woman who never got afraid of this 6 feet tall man, and she is getting scared of a small lizard. You are scared of lizards? He asked as he still shocked knowing that. You broke the hug and looked at him as he staring you. Are you deaf or something? I told you there is a lizard and please do something, she said, but he laughed slightly and her expression changed as she looked at him a little angrily. Cook, a little angrily, and he hit her head slightly. Crazy girl, is that lizard bigger or you? You looked at him squinting your brows. What do you mean? That's a lizard, she said, and fear was visible when she mentioned lizard. What do you want? He asked, and your mouth hung open. Are you crazy? I've been saying this for so long that they isn't listen. Drive it away from there. Annoyingly, and he was just smiling. Nothing, just a little surprise. Seeing this little crazy girl scared, he said, pinching your nose and an annoying ground left from your mouth. Jungkook, what? You know I don't do anything without getting anything in return. And you looked at him with your down face. Jungkook, are you going or not? A little angrily, and he smirked and walked closer, making you step backward. No, absolutely, without taking anything. He leaned closer, but you put hands on his chest and shot a sharp glare to him, making him chuckle. Listen, how about a kiss? He said, leaning closer, and you leaned back, put hand on his mouth. No, his smirk dropped. Forget about the lizard. Go and take a shower with her. You squint your brows before pushing him away. Fine. And he looked at her confused. You shot a sharp glare to him, but smiled, taking your clothes, and sudden realization hits him, seeing that smile of yours which is similar to him, and he regretted. Okay, sorry, cut it off by you. No. Now whether Anne will stay in this room or that lizard, I'm leaving. You said, taking your clothes, and he shook his head vigorously. You are about to walk, but he blocked your way. Leave my way, and he shook his head. I'm sorry, my bad. You give him a tight lipped smile. Go and romance with your new room partner. Now take a kiss from her. You said sarcastically, and he made a puppy face while shaking his head. I'm sorry, love. I'll just drive it away. But you walked, bumping his shoulder, and he tried to stop, but he stopped hearing your words. If you followed me, I will leave the house. Now I'm just going to another room. You mumbled and shut the door on his face. And he punched in air, pulled his hair in frustration. John Jungkook. He looked in the direction of bathroom. That lizard, I will not leave her today. He took out the gun from his cupboard and about to walk, but door opened and his eyes widened as he quickly hid the gun behind his back and smiled nervously, looking at her. I know you will forgive me, love, he said nervously, but you walked in room looking at him suspiciously. I forgot my phone. Coldly, and he made O face. You took your phone from side table, but his heart stopped for a while. And you opened your mouth to say something but stopped. and walked out of room, shutting the door with a loud thud, and he took a long, deep breath. Holy crap, that was so close, he said, putting hand on his chest. She would have shaved my head if she got to know the truth. You're cutting vegetables when you heard the footsteps, son, but you didn't look as you know them. Is breakfast ready? He said nervously, but he shot a glare to him. I'm just asking if I can help you, he said, smiling nervously, but you just glared at him without saying a word. I swear to God, is it as easy to make this girl angry as it is convince her? He walked near you as he's about to back hug you, but you pointed the knife on him, making him stop at his track. No need to help me, I'll do it by myself. Quite daring, I see, he said, raising brows, but you just stared at him. You're so angry that you want to kill me, huh? You look away and he started walking closer to you. Jungkook, you quickly put down the knife, preventing him to hurt, as you look at him with your worried face and angry. Are you crazy? You would have hurt now. Worriedly, and there is a stern expression on his face. He slowly held your wrist in which you are holding knife as he slowly take it and point it on his neck, and your eyes widened, but he was looking at you intensely. Jungkook, I would love to die by your hands rather than you didn't let him complete as you free your wrist and throw the knife on the floor. Are you crazy? I didn't mean to hurt you. A tear built up in your eyes and you hit his chest slightly, and he stood there unaffected, and then he's just looking at you intensely. I'm angry with you, but I'm not angry like that. You know I get angry with you, and you know it's not for long, and this being angry is my love for you. There's a slight smile on his face. You didn't let him complete as you pressed your lips on his and kissed him softly as he smiled in between the kiss before kissing you back. It was a short kiss, but enough to describe that how pure your love is for him. As you broke, and there is a tear on your cheek which he wiped gently. Don't you dare to do that again. Your voice broke a little and he smiled slightly. Sorry, love. You hugged him tightly, but now he is regretting his action looking at your condition. Please don't do that again. You're hugging him like your life depends on him, and he patted your back gently. I'm sorry, he said, kissing your back, but you didn't say anything. Are you okay, Ryan? He asked, being worried, as you broke the hug. After today, I will never be angry with you. I'm sorry, you said, kissing his cheeks, and he mentally cursed himself. Why not? That's your right. You shook your head. No, I won't, you said, shaking your head, looking down while he kissed your cheeks with his one thumb. I didn't mean to scare you, he said softly, and you look at him. It's alright. I was just playing around, and there's nothing serious. Softly as he pecked your forehead. Never do these things, even as a joke. It's not a joke, you know. He nodded and you hugged him again. I'm sorry, he mumbled softly while kissing your back. It's okay. Boss, he called him as she separated herself from him, quickly correcting herself. He did glance at him, making him regret his word. Instantly, he looked down before bowing him. Sir, there's an urgent call for you, he said nervously, and you start cutting vegetables, paying no attention to them, and he side eye on you as he wide his eyes a little, telling him that he did wrong coming here. I'm sorry, but it's an urgency. Leave it, I'll come, he said, controlling himself. But sir, Michael, I said leave, he said in a little high pitch but quickly lower as he noticed you being flinched, hearing his voice. Okay, sir, he said nervously, excited the room. He put hand on your shoulder as he looked at you worriedly, but you smiled, looking at him, ensuring him that you are okay. You okay? He asked, and you nodded. Yes, I am. Smiling nervously, and he cupped your cheeks before kissing your head. I'm sorry for today. I promise I won't repeat it. You nodded, smiling, and he kissed your forehead before pulling you in his embrace. But the moment got interrupted by a phone call as he looked at the caller ID but then declined it. But it rings again, making him annoyed as you broke the hug and looked at him. That must be important, you said, but he smiled. Yeah, but not more than you. He declined and about to hug you again, but you stopped him. That must be important, Jungkook, maybe from office. He sighed and nodded. I'll be back. He said and gave you a quick pat before walking. He grabbed Michael's collar as his eyes turned all red. None of the other men tried to stop him. Why didn't you tell me before? He roared as he took out his gun. Jungkook, are you crazy? He yelled, but other one from the room let out a dry chuckle, making him dead glare at him. It's not a joke, Hyuk. And he gave him a cold look before walking towards him. It wasn't, if you took it seriously. His grip from Michael's collar loosened. What are you trying to say? In simple words, if you can handle this position, then it is okay. Otherwise, leave it. It is not in your control. Jungkook looked at him disbelieved. Young, what are you saying? Cut it off as he showed palm to him. There is still time. Be careful. Otherwise, you will lose the name you have earned so much of hard work. Coldly, directly looking in his eyes. You have gone mad, he said while wearing his coat and about to walk. You will regret it the day she finds out your truth, he yelled, making him stop at his track. As he turned and looked at him, if he will eat him alive, and Yoongi walked near him. All this is happening because of you. You are not that mafia king Jungkook, whose man is afraid to raise their head in front of him. Now the same people are rebelling against you without your knowledge. He is maintaining direct eye contact with him, and his hands turn into a fist as there is a tension between both of them. That girl cut it off by him. Wine is her name. Calmly and dangerously, and he chuckled sarcastically. How long you will hide it? As long as I can. You are neglecting your duties. Don't forget that you are bound by some promises, otherwise no one can stop Jones from ending. He shook his head, ignoring his word, adding fuel to his anger. And that girl will be the reason, he yelled. That girl is my wife, he yelled back as he walked near him. You better to stop dragging her in our matters, he calmly said, yet dangerously as a blood shot in his eyes. Jungkook, behave, and he glared at him. Ask him to behave. Better to stop dragging my wife. He ran his fingers through his hair in frustration, cracked his neck bones. Michael, by this evening I want that who dared to betray John Jungkook, he said without breaking the eye contact with Yoongi. Make sure to find him alive, or if not, then you know the consequences. Yes, boss. It's better if you stay away from my wife. And he chuckled sarcastically. How long you will hide your identity from her? He asked, and Jungkook chose to remain silent. Young is right, Jungkook. He looked at her. This is the truth which Ryan will come to know. If not today, then tomorrow. Young, it's better if you tell this truth to her. If she comes to know from someone else, then consequences will not be good. Oh, you came, she said bringing him out of his thought as he looked at her smiling face. Yeah, you were tired. You checked her forehead, but he smiled. I was, but not now. He hugged her like a baby, and you smiled. Was it that much hectic in office, huh? She asked, and he felt like words got stuck in his mouth. Yeah, a little bit. Are you okay, Mr. John? You asked, being worried, and he smiled and nodded. Yes, love. You weren't satisfied with his answer, and he knew that some more is coming, so he just changed the topic. I'm hungry. She mentally slapped herself. Sorry, I should have asked for dinner. How stupid I am. You must be hungry, and he nodded. I made your favorite dishes. Come, she dragged him with her. He was kissing her head gently as she was sleeping, hugging him like a baby and snuggling into him more, and smile appears on his face automatically. In that moment, when he was adoring his wife, but the beautiful moment got ruined by a phone call. She moved a little in sleep as Jungkook quickly took his phone to put it on silent. As he looked at the caller ID, he was about to cut but stopped as Yoongi's words echoed in his ears. And he gently removed her hands, making her settle on the bed without making any sound and anything. He got off from the bed and attended the call. You check other side of the bed and woke up as you find no one other side of the bed as you just slide back. Jungkook, you mumbled in sleepy voice but found no one. Where did he go at this late? Last time he promised me that he won't me leave this like again. You get up from the bed. His phone is also isn't here. As you're about to call him, but your eyes landed on his car keys, which made you confused. If his car keys his, then the man screamed in pain as he pressed his bruised leg with heel shoes. Another one who is standing got their goosebumps hearing the sound of his scream. Looking at him, stop, Cora, how dare you? While Trehang just scratched his head, looking at his little one devil side after a long time as he looked at his Yoongi home. You shouldn't have underestimated him, he said to Yoongi and he shot a glare to him. Jungkook sat down to his level before grabbing him by his collar and punching him hard on his face non-stop. Just end him, we don't have that much time, also I'm sleeping, he said yawning but stopped as he received a dead glare from him. My bad, continue. Everyone, he shouted as he held that man's neck. Look at him. Next time, think million times to betray John Jungkook. Otherwise, his condition will be worse than this. And he threw him mercilessly as he pulled out his gun, reloaded before pointing at him. There he go, he shot 6 bullets straight without any break, but his attention caught as he heard something breaking sound as he looked in that direction. But his heart stopped for a while and body go numb looking at the figure in front of him as he could see her terrified face, but he felt like his world turned upside down in few seconds. Ryan. Tears spilled in her eyes, but more than fear, she was terrified as her breath was abnormal because all she can see was hand which is covered in. The gun fell from his hands and she was continuously walking backward as if he will hurt her. You are a murderer. A shaky breath, hearing that his word broke into million pieces. What was feared happened. Your body is shaking in fear as you try to insert car keys, and your body is badly trembling in fear, but your heart dropped hearing his voice, and tears started dropping continuously. You Jungkook, he grabbed his hair in anger as he quickly took out his car keys before sitting in the car. You're driving at full speed, knowing the fact the man behind chasing you won't leave you that easily. Still trying your best, but he constantly yelling and driving insanely as his car is just next to you and your heart is beating so fast in fear. Give me a chance to explain, he shouted, but you didn't respond. Love, don't drive this fast, you will hurt yourself. You ignore his word, which made him more impatient. Next moment, he overtake your car and stop in your way. You pull the brake just to get hit by inches away as he come out of the car, and while your breath become abnormal looking at him, and he opened your car door and a loud soft left from your mouth. He opened the door and you look at him terrified as if you saw a ghost. He tried to hold your hand but you didn't let him. And listen to me. As you pushed him, making him stumble and get up from the car and tried to run but couldn't as he held your wrist tightly, pulling you back. Listen to me, love. You shook your head. No, please leave me. You try your best to get out from his grip. Love, listen. No, you are a murderer. He tried his best to control her, but her body is trembling badly and she is not ready to listen anything. And your words got stuck in your mouth as this is the first time he raised his voice on you and you flinched. You got more scared and you are a total mess now. As sweat covered your face and tears were in your eyes. You are a monster. The words came out with a shaky breath and his heart broke into millions of pieces. She yelled with pain and tears in her eyes. He's trying to explain her, but she's not ready to listen anything, and he knew that she would not listen to him. Don't come near me. I'm disgusted by you. She continuously stabbed him by his words. I know it's not right time, and you won't understand. Come, let's go home. We'll talk about it later. He held her hand and about to walk, but she jerked his hand, making him stop at his track. I will not go back with you, you said, shaking your head as your body is still trembling. He tried to hold her hand, but you backed, shaking your head, making him lose his control as he pulled you harshly this time. And his arms turned dark, and the grip was very tight on your shoulder. You are coming with me. I'm not asking, I'm telling you. You hurt me, Jungkook. His grip loosened from your shoulder slowly as your breath was uneven, and you rubbed that place where he held you. And he tried to touch you, but you flinched. Don't come near me, please. Please let me go. I won't tell anyone. Your body was shivering badly, and he can see that. But then he suddenly hugged you, making your heart to drop for a while. I'm sorry. Please forgive me if you can. He whispers, and you didn't understand. But then suddenly you felt a sting pain on your shoulder as he broke the hug, and you look at him, and the tears slide down from your eyes slowly, and a kind of fear visible on his face. As your vision started to getting blurry and you are about to fall, but he catch you as he pick you up in his arms and you barely open your eyes, and he walked near his car before placing you on her passenger seat. She is unconscious now as he removes her hair from her face, which is covering his view. Thanks for watching.